I'm gonna pooch for a second so y'all can check out this red lip. I've been working on this little video for a minute. And when I say I've been working on it for a minute, I mean a minute. Because I had to keep gathering up the cherry fragrances. So, yeah, this is all about the cherry fragrances that I have. Now, being, you know, in a full disclosure, yeah, never mind. I ain't disclosing shit. Let's just talk about the cherry fragrances. Okay, so let's talk cherry fragrances. So, since I was doing cherry fragrances, I said, girl, if you don't put on some red lipstick, if you don't put some red lipstick on, nah, I ain't got no makeup on, I ain't got my wing on, no lashes, but it's morning. Y'all can see the morning sun is streaming in, and we're going to talk cherry fragrances. I have done a cherry fragrance video about, I want to say a year ago. Because I was like, you know, I had a slight obsession with them. And I was, you know, so I looked up, so I found these cherry fragrances. And I talked about them. However, I have new ones. Matter of fact, a lot of the ones that were in the original cherry video are no longer here. So I'm going to actually tell you about them. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick rundown on the original cherries I had and what happened to them, because most of them are gone. I had 7, and I was really in this cherry mode. And when I get like that, I'm just like searching and I'm looking and I'm finding, you know, so I want them. So the 7 I had at the time were, of course, Lost Cherry, because I had a decant of Lost Cherry because everybody loves Lost Cherry, right? So gotta have Lost Cherry. You can't do it without Lost Cherry. So had Lost Cherry. I have since given that travel spray to someone to try on. It's good, but it just, you know, the longevity, I knew I wasn't gonna purchase it because, let's just be honest, time is a little expensive, and for the longevity on that particular one, it wasn't worth it. That one. Sweet and So Sweet or Too Sweet or whatever by Lolita Lampica, neither one of them did it for me. The original Sweet smelled like cherry cough medicine to me, and the So Sweet just didn't last. That was actually the better smelling of the two, just didn't last, so I gave that away. Cherry in the Air, I think that's it. Cherry in the Air, which is an Escada, which is very, you know, well known. They actually have a new one. I think it's Cherry on Top that's coming out. But the cherry was good. It just dried down to a very soapy scent on me, and I do mean soap. It smelled like I had bubbles on me, so I got rid of that. So those are the so that's a question. I had 7, and a lot of them are gone, but now I have more. And I just want to share them. And this is a good mix of cherry fragrances. All right, so today I'm gonna ask y'all to do something for me, because, you know, I try not to be like trying to like lead y'all like I'm teaching y'all or something, but sometimes I feel like I need to do this. So while you're watching this, as you see these cherries, tell me if you've tried them. Put in the comments, have you tried them? What do you think of the ones that I have? And if there's any more cherries that are out there that I might need to try, let me know. Let a sis know. All right. Okay. So let's get started. Let me just go and get started. This is the first one. This I had during the original cherry video. This is Dark Cherry and Amber by Banana Republic. Now, this has mixed reviews. Now, for me, this is how it rolls. The cherry is beautiful and really good on me. Now, I know a lot of people say it doesn't stay on, but for me, even as it dries down, I still get this hint of cherry. And it becomes a cherry, amber, and cedar. There's a lot of cedar in it, so it gets woody. So it becomes this kind of ambery, cedary, you know, woody vibe. But on me, I can still get a slight hint of cherry. So therefore, I like it. Now, everybody, there's been, you know, people complain about, because they say, the cherry don't last, the cherry don't last. It probably doesn't, because like I said, it's just like this hint of cherry. Like, you know, while I'm wearing, I can be like, ooh, there's a little bit of cherry. Now, I will say that I think this is a really nice winter, you know, cool weather, because I think that's when it really happened. So like when it was cold and I was wearing it, and I could get that outside, like, ooh, that cherry is still there, y'all. So that's the dark cherry and amber. Okay, so this is another one that was in the original. I think these are the only two I still have left. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, this is La Petite Robe Noire. This is Hippie Chic or Légère. This is the Légère version. So this one is like, it has the rose in it. It has the almond. It is the lighter version. Like if you know anything about the perfumes, Légère is usually a little bit lighter. So this is a light cherry fragrance, really pretty for the spring and summer. The cherry is very prominent. You know, that like cherry almond vibe. It's got rose water in it. It's got tonka. It's got patchouli. It's lovely. And you know, this is a Guerlain. This is part of the La Petite Robe Noire. And those are, you know, they are very well done. They're Guerlain. So that's La Petite Robe Noire, Légère, or Hippie Chic. I'd like it from that name. Oh, hey, so you see the light is pretty much daylight in my room. Okay. And I am in the process of deep conditioning my hair. So I had to jazz it up with this little thing. I might be using this though in case when I'm wearing my plastic bag and everything, I look a little more polished. Of course, this should be in the front of my head, but you know, it's just, anyway. I was about to upload this video, and then something said, wait a minute, something's missing. And then I was like, yeah, I'm missing something from my first cherry, you know, because I had 7, but I had 4 that I got rid of, so that left 3, but I'd only talked about 2. So the math teacher in me said 4 plus 2 does not equal 7. There's 1 missing. So I went back and looked and I said, damn it, you are missing 1. And it was this. It is Montale's Intense Cherry. Ooh, that damn thing irritates me. Okay. So I can say that I have changed up a little bit of my thoughts on it, because when I first got it, the cherry was gone in like a minute or 2. Now that it's sat around, you know, macerated, whatever they do, the cherry is a little more intense. It lasts longer, because, you know, I feel like a lot of times Montale says intense and it really ain't that intense. But now the cherry is more intense, so it get a little bit longer lasting on the cherry. It still is a rose lemon scent though, but at least you have more cherry. The cherry lasts longer, and so you kind of get this cherry lemon rose vibe. So that's what I want to tell y'all about it, because I didn't want y'all to go, but what happened to Intense Cherry? Why didn't she do Intense Cherry? Because somebody would have said it. Because, you know, you always got that one. You always have that one who checks you. You know what I'm talking about. It's always some snarky little checker in the group. So I'm just, you know, handling my business. So that's it. So, okay, now you can go back to, you know, the way I looked in that video and not like this. Okay. This is another one that I had. Now, I got to be honest. When I first got this, I didn't get the cherry. This is Scandal by Night. When I first got this, it was a honey orange blossom bomb. But as I've had it, and then I was like, wait a minute. I wore it again. I got the beautiful cherry. The cherry is beautiful in this. It is strong. It is seductive. It really plays well with the orange blossom and the honey. This is, you know, everybody knows these scandals are sexy. And this Scandal at Night is the elevated one. So if you don't know about them, or you've got Scandal and you like Scandal, you need to go and get this one. This is a honey bomb, just like the original, but this got this cherry note. It's got the orange blossom going on. It is so provocative. This is, you know, this is that sexy cherry. It's just sexy as hell. So that's that. Now, we know I love Mancera, and I have to be honest, this is one of my favorite cherry fragrances. This is Wild Cherry, of course, by Mancera. This is Wild Cherry by Mancera. This is such a bright, beautiful cherry. If you want something that's very cherry, and this is great for layering, like if you want to give a punch of cherry to something, Wild Cherry. It is so strong and it's so beautiful. It's more of a I know they say it's like a sour, but it's kind of sour, but it's more of like red cherry. It just feels like you got a bag full of red cherries and you sniff them and you smell Wild Cherry. So that's one. Next up is Dancing Roses. I know some people don't like it, but I love this thing. It's discontinued, sadly, but I promise I get so mmany compliments wearing Dancing Roses. I do. Every time I've worn it, people be like, "Oh, you smell so good." It is cherry. It's a cherry liquored up rose. It is gorgeous. Now I know some people say this smells like what is it called? Cough medicine. What is it called? Cough medicine, Louise. I know a lot of people think of this as it smells like cough medicine, but it doesn't on me. It smells beautiful. It is a cherry liquored rose. I don't have anything like it. I love my Dancing Roses. I'm just, that's it. That's all. I love my Dancing Roses. Don't mess with the Dancing Roses. I'm trying to go on the timeline of how I got these. Then next up is Rirana's Cherry on Top. I honestly was trying out the Riranas because of coconut nanas, because everybody told me about coconut nanas. Coconut nanas, coconut nanas. You got to try coconut nanas for the summertime. So I had to get it. But then I was looking, I said, well, let me try this one too. Let me try Cherry on Top. This is good, y'all. Okay, so let's just talk about the notes in this. This, for me, is like cherry and caramel. It's got the suede note that gives it a little tough edge to it. So it's a very cherry caramel. It's got a little musk in it. It's got a little vanilla. So it's a sweet one. It's got the leather and the suede. So it gives it this kind of, as it dries down, I love leather. So it gives it this kind of like edge to it to make it like, so it's not just caramel and cherries, but it's really lovely on the skin and lasts. So I smell like cherry caramels. That's what I smell. So that's Cherry on Top. Next up is this. Now, I've been talking about this. This is Attar's Caltat Night. This is cherry and cinnamon. Like I say, this vibes like Rose All Day by Gallagher, which is a appled plum, it smells like that. This smells like a cherry dessert, but in the best possible way on your skin. The difference is it doesn't have that stainless steel note that Gallagher has. So this is a very pleasant, beautiful, just really just edible cherry cinnamon pastry on your skin. It is gorgeous. I love it. I have fallen in love. I've been wearing it a lot. And like I said, it does vibe like that. So if you like Rose All Day by Gallagher, you will probably like Caltat Night by Attar Collection. And it's a lot more inexpensive. You can get this around the $100 mark. I got it for less because I found a tester bottle, and the testers have the tops. You just don't get the pretty box. I don't care about that pretty box. What I care about is this. So yeah, this is Caltat Night by Attar. Oh man, this is good. I know y'all tired of hearing about this brand. I know y'all are, but y'all know I love this brand now. This is Idolin by Dreamhouse Ikiryo. Let's talk about this one. This is so good. This is cherry. It is boozy. It's got rum. It's got red wine and cognac in it. So it's this boozy cherry, but boozy different from Dancing Roses. Dancing Rose is a little brighter. It's very feminine. This is very unisex. Anybody could wear this and smell just fucking delicious. But it's got that. It's got a little cappuccino in it, so it's kind of got a little coffee. And then tobacco to give it a little smokiness. Baby, this is so good. This is so good. The cherry is very prominent, and then it's got that boozy cherry vibe, and as it dries down, you get the smokiness from the tobacco. Oh, man, this is good. It's got enough woody, you know, it's got some guaiac wood, to, you know, so it gives it a little, you know, makes it very sophisticated. Tell y'all, this is so good. Now, mind you, I'm very pleased with all these, but oh, y'all know I love it. Y'all know that I love me some Dreamhouse Ikiryo right now. He is doing it, you know, me and Vincent, we got a thing going on. He don't even know we got a thing going on. I wouldn't even, you know, Vincent ain't thinking about me because, you know, Vincent is very, you know, he got his own little aesthetic. I'm too normal. But I got a thing for Vincent and his stuff. Okay. Now this is, so finally I said, you know, you doing cherries, you need to get this because everybody talks about this. This is La Petite Robe Noir Black Perfecto. I've been sleeping on it. If you like a cherry almond with a little leather in it, you need this. So let me just say, this one, they're very similar. They have their similarities, but this is a much lighter version. This is what it is. It looks correct. It's very, you know, it's got that tough look to it. It's the Black Perfecto, and that's what it is. It's got a toughness to it. It's cherry, it's almond, it's got a little licorice in it, a little leather in it. This is tough, but quite captivating. I don't know, it just you'd be like, what? No, but it honestly, it's a really beautiful cherry almond with a leather note in it to give it this little something about that cherry leather vibe that's really, really quite interesting and very, and it honestly is something that is crowd pleasing because my nail tech, she asked me about it. She loved it. I had it on. My little baby, she don't know I'm getting this for her for Christmas gift to say thank you for being such a great little, you know, doing her little thing. I'm gonna get her a bottle. But yeah, this is Guerlain's Black Perfecto. It is so sexy and just glamorous. So yeah, it's Guerlain's Black Perfecto. Now, of course, this is the it girl of this season. This is Kayali's Invite Only Amber 23. Now, of course, it's got 100,000. This got a lot of notes in it. But what I will say is the cherries on top, it doesn't last as long as some of my other cherries, but it doesn't matter because this is such a beautiful fragrance. So the cherry is there in the beginning and you get this burst of a little cherry, you know, and you get this richness from the amber and the oud, and it's a very rich fragrance. The cherry doesn't last, but the cherry is there in the beginning to say hello, and you say, hey, I'm enjoying you, and they say, I know you are because I'm Amber 23. So yeah, that's that one. Now I just got this one. I promise y'all, I just got this because I saw it and I said, okay, first off, it was a really good price. And then I was like, ooh, cherry, let's try this one. So this is Diadema by Moresque, which is a very expensive, so you know, it's a pretty expensive brand, luxury niche brand from Paris. I got this on a good deal, nothing like what the retail is, but this is a cherry caramel also. But I really do like it because the cherry stays in it. Whereas Rirana on top, cherry on top, is a little tougher because it's got the leather in it. So it gives it this kind of leathery cherry caramel. This doesn't have it, and it's just a beautiful cherry caramel. And as you're wearing it, the caramel is there, and then you still get the hint of cherry. So it's kind of like very beautiful and alluring. it will definitely be one of those things, if you're wearing it, somebody's going to be like, ooh, you smell delicious. It's one of those. And it's really pretty on the skin. I don't think I would pay full price. Like the price I paid for it, I'm happy with it. The price that it normally goes for, I'd have been like, cherry on top is fine. And it's a little bit more, this is a little bit less than that. Because cherry on top is not inexpensive, but it ain't as bad as this. So at the price that I wound up finding it for, yes, I like it. I think it's a beautiful cherry caramel. But for the price, I wouldn't pay for this size bottle. But the bottle is gorgeous. I love it. So that's there. Now I also have a few more that I've been trying out, and I'm proud of myself because okay, let's just talk. Let's talk. Now, talking about cherries, you cannot talk about cherry without talking about BDK and Rouge Smoking. Let me put it upside the right way. BDK Rouge Smoking. Give me a second for thought on that one. Okay, so this was the cherry of last year. Everybody was talking about BDK Rouge Smoking. Everybody was mad. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is what everybody was talking about, right? Everybody was talking about this. I've actually had this for a while. I forgot about it. So, it's got cherry in it. It's got some vanilla. It's got a little tonka. It's got cashmere wood in it. It's got a little white musk lavender and Broxton violet. Let me tell you, I am not impressed. Let me just stop and just say it. It's... no. I wouldn't pay the money for it. It's just... it's... no. The cherry is there. It just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't smell that good. It's okay. I don't see where the hype is for it. It's a meh to me. From a cherry standpoint, having all these cherry fragrances, no. But I also think, I be thinking, what is this? So y'all don't buy cherry fragrances or something? This is like so great. It's like, no. Don't worry, I'll talk about it again when I do my BDK review. But I'm like, yeah, it's alright. It's nice. It's a cherry vanilla. But for the price and the hype, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, this one right here that I'm about to talk about right now, oh, baby. Now, this is worth all of the hype that it gets. I did not know how good this was, but let me tell you about this one right here. This is Back to Black by Kilian. Okay, this has honey in it. It's got cherry. It's got about 20 things, and I'm not even gonna talk about everything in it, but I'm gonna tell you what. This is it's got a little nutmeg. It is, oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. This is so provocative. When I put this on, I said, damn, I smell good as hell. This is a very Kilian vibe. Now, I'm not saying like there's this Kilian DNA, but it's definitely that Kilian vibe. It is swanky as hell. This vibes like you should be walking into like a high-end, bar, like a hotel, and going and sitting at the bar, chilling with your wine or your craft cocktail. This is what Back to Black is. OMG, this is so good. Let me tell you how good this is. I'm getting a full bottle of it. I was wearing this. I said, bitch, you need this full bottle in your life. This is so good. I like Black Phantom too. I want that one too, but I think I'm going to need this one before Black Phantom. This is so good. I'm telling you, it rolls like because Kilian is all swanky and shit. Kilian make you feel like you got some money in your pocket when you broke. This is so posh. This is so good. It's just like this sweet honey cherry with, the tonka and the vanilla. It's just, and spice, got a little spice to it. Back to Black. Now, this is actually the one that had been holding me back from doing this. With all the ones I had, I felt like I needed to have this because I have been thinking about this fragrance for quite some time. But what I wanted, I kept going back and forth, and it was like, oh, I want to buy the full bottle. This is Cherry Punk by Room 1015. The Room 1015 is a UK brand, and their fragrances actually have a song kind of associated with them, in case you didn't know that. So this is Cherry Punk. So this is cherry. It's got a little saffron. It's basically a cherry leather fragrance, right? That's what it is. It's a cherry leather fragrance. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm glad I just said, fuck it, buy the travel spray. Don't, because I kept going, oh, you need to buy the full bottle. I'm glad I bought the travel spray. It is a cherry leather fragrance. For real, for real. It is cherry. It is leather. It is what it says it is. But to be quite honest, I don't need it. I'm glad I didn't get the full bottle. I like it. And let me tell you, as I've worn it a few times, at first I was like, it's a cherry, and then it just becomes a leather. As I sat and I've worn it a few more times, the cherry does last, and it is a cherry leather. However, it's like a lighter version of Black Perfecto. So of the two of these, I like Black Perfecto, but because I want a strong cherry note. The cherry in this is not quite as strong. This is a more subtle vibe. This is, now don't get me wrong, it smells very good, but it's a little more subtle. It's just a little, as opposed to being in your face like Black Perfecto, this sits a little closer to the skin. It's not as, in your face, ballsy as Black Perfecto. So of the two of these, of like a cherry leathered vibe, and these are very similar, the way they kind of vibe. This is cherry almond, but this is, like a little cherry, little leather. This one is nice. I might surprise somebody. Okay, anyway, I like it, but it's not as like, I thought it was going to be really like this cool cherry vibe, that I was going to be like, okay. I thought it was going to be a little more edgy based on the aesthetic of Room 1015. I thought this was going to be a little edgier to me, but it really isn't. It's like, oh, it's a cherry leather. So that's why it's good and I like it, but it just isn't. I'm glad I didn't buy a full bottle. I'm cool with having 10 ml. All right, that is all the cherry fragrances I have this time. I hope I came good with y'all. I tried to come hard in the paint. I tried to make sure I gave y'all some good choices, and there was some that you might not have heard of or tried. All right, so now that's it for this cherry extravaganza. You all have a great day. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Talk to you later. Who's got the cherries? I got the cherries. Who's got the cherries? I got the cherries. What's that song? Everybody doing a sauce. Who got the cherries? I should figure out. Oh, I should take that music and change it. Like, who got the cherries? Okay, never mind. Let me just go and do this damn video.